coming up in this read. And that's why you were left carrying the load for the most part. They didn't see why they should have to. There was always that automatic assumption that you were going to do it all and that you were going to take charge. Cancers, we're doing your general read for June 2023. Everything that you need to know you can find in my description box and in my pinned comment below. And please do keep in mind that the roles can be reversed, especially if you're cross-watching. If a part of the message doesn't resonate for you, then you leave that bit for someone else. And please do keep in mind that these reads tend to be predictive in nature. So definitely do keep an open mind, okay? This is a general reading. Right, so Cancers, what is the strongest message that is coming out for you for the month of June? Life force, okay, that's like a divine feminine type energy, okay? And it says beginnings. Look at your thoughts as if they were seeds. Allow the new to come into being. Okay, so look at your thoughts as if they were seeds. What is it that you're planting? Okay, is it positive or is it negative? Necessary change and transformation are lining up in front of your life. You're being inspired to release the past and everything that is keeping you stuck to the situation that is actually falling away. Break free and be free. Okay, so with this one, it's time for you to release certain things. And this is a theme that has been coming out for your reads, Cancers, quite a lot. Now, here's the thing. With you being Cancerian, you tend to hold on to things really, really tightly, especially where your feelings are concerned. Okay, and there needs to be a clear distinction made between what you feel and what is reality. Okay, this is what this card is telling you, because not always what we feel is based in reality. Okay, and that can be really, really difficult for Cancerians to make that distinction. Because, of course, yes, your feelings are real. To be honest with you, Cancers, I'm a Cancer rising. And I kind of understand that. I do catch myself out being caught up too much in how I feel about a situation. And I'm going to be honest with you, Cancer, usually it's anger. Okay? I'm being completely open and honest with you. Usually it is anger. That can be beneficial, but it can also be incredibly damaging if used incorrectly, right? So this entire card is asking for you to use your emotions correctly. What are these seeds that you're planting? Are they healthy or are they damaging and toxic? And it's all based on how you feel. So there's a release here. You're needing to release some kind of way that you feel about a situation. And again, it can be really difficult to discern between how you feel and what your intuition is trying to tell you, because they are two completely different things. Completely different things. Your feelings and your emotions, they are important and they're very beneficial when used correctly. And you need to underscore that finer point on what it is that I've just said. When used correctly. At the moment, there is something that is being used incorrectly and it's actually working against you. Now, whether you take that on board or not, that's completely up to you. Okay? It is time to be free. It's time for you to free yourself from some kind of restricting ways of doing things, okay? And then you've got transformation, yeah. This card here mentions transformation as well. Necessary change and transformations are lining up in your life. You're being inspired to release the past and all that is keeping you stuck. Immediately followed by transformation. Visions of the star dolphin. Control is an illusion. The laws of nature must not be broken. Now, Cancers, there could be someone around you who is trying to manipulate you. They could be trying to manipulate your feelings. And through them being manipulative, they are, in essence, breaking the natural laws of the universe. Manipulations are not allowed because it pulls everything out of alignment. Transformation is a process. It is a journey of discovery, and sometimes you're at the top and other times you'll find yourself at the bottom. So it's like the Wheel of Fortune energy. And if you think about the Wheel of Fortune, it's the card that keeps you both hopeful and humble at the same time. Because when you're at the top, this too shall pass, and the wheel turns and you find yourself at the bottom again. And when you're at the bottom, it keeps you hopeful, because this too shall pass. And then the wheel turns again and you find yourself back up at the top. That's what that's describing to you. Sometimes you'll find yourself at the top and other times you'll find yourself at the bottom. So somebody, I feel, throughout the month of June is probably going to try to manipulate you in such a way where you feel absolutely rotten about yourself. And Spirit is encouraging for you to release that person, release their influence in your life, and take back your power. Control is an illusion. It's an interesting concept, isn't it? This does feel like somebody's trying to control you, Cancers. And for a small handful of Cancerian cross-watchers, this could be a Cancerian that's doing this to you, trying to control you. Whoever it is that's trying to be controlling is basically a very weak-minded individuals, Cancer, okay? It is the weak who seek to control others, and it is the strong ones that control themselves. You're being inspired to welcome the changes as opposed to fighting against the changes. So someone's trying to fight against the inevitable here, Cancers. And it could well be, for a small handful of you, this could be hinting at you perhaps, what is it they say, trying to flog a dead pony, you know, trying to make a relationship work when it's dead in the water, or trying to persevere with a career that's dead in the water. It is basically doing something that hasn't been working for a long time, and yet you still refusing to release it. I want to say as well, this combination, keeping yourself prisoner, okay? Keeping yourself prisoner in old ways of thinking, instead of leaning into these changes, instead of being adaptable. So your theme for the month of June, Cancers, is to not fight against the tide, but rather ride the wave. Okay? Right, so with that being said, I'm going to pull some tarot for you. And I don't know if your tarot spread is going to coincide with what we've just seen, or if it's going to be something else completely different. We don't know. We prefer it when it matches, but it doesn't always happen that way. And also as well, you're not going to get any instant results on this channel, okay? Because I respect tarot, and tarot takes time. It takes time for the messages to come out. So if you're one of these that just wants a boom, boom, boom read, then this isn't your channel, okay? I'm just going to level with you. We like to take a really nice deep dive in everything on this channel. So if that's not your sort of thing, then I'm not your sort of reader, okay? Right, first card out. Death and rebirth, Scorpionic energy, is the transformation card. Is a transformation card, straight out. Change, transition, metamorphosis. It's not always pleasant, oftentimes painful, but one thing's for certain, it's bloody necessary. You're going through this necessary transformation that is felt on a very, very deep, deep level. You're being reborn into a new version of yourself, and you're coming out as the person that you were always supposed to be. Emperor, divine masculine energy, major arcana for an Aries. You also have the Eight of Swords and a Knight of Cups. Okay. I'm feeling that someone's putting a lot of restrictions on themselves, and it's unnecessary. It could be you, Cancer. It could be someone else that you're dealing with. I'll just switch over the camera view so that you can see. Okay. You've got Death, the Emperor, Eight of Swords, a Knight of Cups, a Six of Swords. Your Four of Cups has just come out in reverse. There's confusing energies here. I feel that somebody is trying to trick you, and they're trying to get you to question your own intuition. We do have a strong message here about how you can retrain yourself, how you can reprogram your own mind here as well. You've got the Nine of Cups as your overall energy with Judgment, and the King of Wands underneath that one. So it's time. This combination is saying, like, it's time for you to really focus on what it is that makes you happy, and are you following your life path, your life journey, the reason why you're here right now. Now, Judgment can also be the energy of like second chances. It's possible that somebody's asking you for a second chance. You could be asking someone else for a second chance, but there's a lot of energy that is behind this Judgment with that King of Wands. Okay, that's someone who's very determined. I'm feeling strongly, Cancers, that this is you're all determined to live your highest, fullest potential. I need to start clarifying this energy. So you've got Death, the Emperor, and the Eight of Swords. It's that Eight of Swords that's thrown me a bit of a curveball, because we've got how you should be actually really confident in your divine energy, but you're not, because it's the Eight of Swords, which is a mental prison. Okay, the Seven of Coins to clarify your Eight of Swords. So your Seven of Coins is about making a wise investment, but it's also about seeing a return for your efforts. So we've a situation here where you feel like that you're not seeing any kind of reward for what it is that you're putting out into the world, or you're not seeing any kind of reward for putting in to a specific relationship. Can you clarify this Death, please, for Cancers? A King of Swords. Okay. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, an Aries, an Aquarius, another Cancer, a Pisces, or a Libra. You could be, but you don't have to be. It's just the dominant energies that's coming through. They could also be placements in your own chart as well. Keep an open mind. A King of Swords is usually somebody who is very, very direct. Okay, so I feel that this combination is Spirit basically asking for you to take a direct approach, right? You see how you've got Death, the Emperor, the Eight of Swords, and then the King of Swords to clarify Death, right? A direct approach is going to be required on your part here, Cancers, okay? Maintain this air of authority about your person, okay? So you need to take the authority to instigate this particular change that you're trying to achieve. There's also the message about, like, be the change that you wish to see in the world as well. It's a little bit of a cheesy saying, but that's what's coming through. I don't choose what comes through, okay? It's also about being intellectual and using your head over your heart in order to make decisions, okay? Because it's the King of Swords. So you have to take the most logical path towards your ambitions or your target, okay? There's not going to be time for you throughout the month of June to be sentimental, okay? The King of Swords does not bother their arse about sentimentality, and especially when it's to clarify this energy as well, okay? There's no time to be sentimental. You need to be the authority, be the decision maker. And I want to say walk in your truth as well. Okay. Knight of Cups, Six of Swords, and the Four of Cups in reverse. The Four of Cups in reverse indicates to me that someone is probably trying to undo something here. You might be feeling like your concerns are being brushed off by someone else as well. So perhaps you have voiced your opinion about a certain situation and someone else is basically trying to brush off your concerns, making you feel like you're just being melodramatic or something. And it is right next to your Six of Swords and your Knight of Cups. Your Six of Swords is finding clarity. It's coming out of a difficult situation and moving towards easier times, right? But you're moving in towards basically choosing happiness, all right? Being aware of your surroundings, I want to say. And again, you're probably going to be best served turning someone away here as well, Cancers. That combination indicates emotional blackmail or emotional manipulation of some kind, that Spirit's saying, look, you'd be best off rejecting this. Four of Cups reversed. Okay? It's choosing your happiness first and foremost. This could also be some kind of romantic offering that's being disrupted here as well. What it's being disrupted by at the moment is very unclear. Can you clarify this Knight of Cups for Cancers, please? What's going on with the Knight of Cups? Okay, yeah, Four of Cups. Four of Cups has come out again, but it's come out in the upright position this time. Boredom, discontent, unhappy. So it's indicating that you will be receiving some kind of offer throughout the month of June, whether it be romantic or career orientated, right? It's some kind of offer. It's like something that you thought you wanted. It comes through, but when it eventually does come through, you discover that actually that's not making you happy at all. And it's not really what it was. It's not really what you thought it was, or it's not really coming from the direction that you would have wanted it to have come from. So for example, say this is a romantic offering that's coming in towards you. It could be coming from a person that you're not romantically interested in at all, you know. Or say this is about career prospects. Well, you'll be getting a job, but not necessarily the one that you wanted. Do you know what I mean? It's like placeholder type energy. Knight of Cups, Four of Cups is placeholder energy. So either something is becoming a temporary placeholder for you in your life, or this is how someone else is making you feel right now, Cancers. Someone else could be legit making you feel like you're just a placeholder, like you're just second best. Okay, can you clarify this Six of Swords, please, for Cancers? Okay, the Sun, yeah. The truth will set you free. Six of Swords with the Sun. Remember what I said that your Six of Swords was about? It was about finding clarity. Coming out of a dark situation, a turbulent situation, and heading towards better times, a better life, an easier life. That as a combination is literally the truth will set you free. So if you are currently with someone and you know that they're just a placeholder in the meanwhile because, you know, you got together with them because you were bored, or vice versa, they got together with you because they were bored and you're just a placeholder, well, that truth is going to set you free. So the bottom line is, look, if you don't really love someone, you should release them. Or if they don't really love you, then they should release you. Because it's unfair at the moment. Somebody is being held captive. Okay, 8 of Swords, 7 of Coins. Someone is being held captive when they could have every opportunity to go off and find their true happiness elsewhere. Okay, 10 of Swords immediately follows that. An inevitable ending. Yeah. 10 of Swords, that is completion. Something has gone as far as it could possibly go. It's reached its plateau point now, and there is no further progression to be had in that particular situation. Clarify this 10 of Swords, please. A 10 of Swords could also be a massive betrayal of trust. And you've got the 3 of Coins right next to that, which is all about working together as a team. But something tells me with the Queen of Swords being immediately next to that one, that you've never really felt like you were part of that team. So if this is about a coupling situation, then you never really felt like you were part of that couple. You always felt like you had to do the lion's share of the work. Clarify the 10 of Swords, please, for Cancers. Why the 10 of Swords for Cancers? Okay. It is funny because you had a lot of cards that basically wanted to try and come out the deck there. So there's going to be a tsunami, an emotional tsunami that happens throughout the month of June, Cancers, where basically you unleash everything that you have been keeping hidden deep inside of you. All of these concerns that you have within this situation, you're going to be voicing all of those concerns, and it's come out with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, that's basically indicating to someone, Cancers, that you feel that what they're offering you isn't enough. It isn't good enough. Because you do know your worth, you do know your value, you do know what it is that you're capable of and what it is that you should be getting. You do have the ambition, you know, and it is indicating to me that someone else that you're dealing with, they lack ambition, they lack imagination, they're not really big on self-improvement, whereas for you, that's incredibly important. Again, don't focus on the gender, okay? It's not about the gender, it's just about the polarization of the feminine or the masculine principle. All right. With this being the Emperor, it just indicates, look, throughout the month of June, you're going to be leaning more into your divine masculine energy, which is the one that makes those difficult decisions. It's the one that takes the necessary action to see the changes through to the end. Okay. But yeah, this is literally someone else that you're dealing with completely lacks the ambition. And that's why you were left carrying the load for the most part. They didn't see why they should have to. There was always that automatic assumption that you were going to do it all and that you were going to take charge. It was their way of manipulating you, basically. And then Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is very, very wise, very patient, very knowledgeable. It's also a very cutting energy as well. So this is strongly indicating to me that you're going to be telling this person exactly what's going on in your mind. You're going to be laying those ground rules, but you're also going to be sticking to them as well, because a Queen of Swords doesn't fuck around. Okay, the Queen of Swords does not suffer fools gladly. You know, the Queen of Swords has no issue whatsoever of putting other people in their place when necessary. Yeah, the Two of Coins. That's like a smooth transition here. Now, a Two of Coins can mean so many different things. It can indicate juggling responsibilities, absolutely, which, I mean, you've already been doing that quite a lot. You've been juggling a lot of responsibilities. But I feel with this one, the main message, because it's to clarify specifically your Queen of Swords, this is indicating you finding the balance between chaos and order. You finding the balance between freedom and structure. Okay, this is all about your internal duality, your ability to manage your own extremes to find your true form. And your true form is incredibly wise, incredibly intelligent, very, very knowledgeable, and more than capable of being straight to the point as well. Okay. This, either way you look at it, right, it brings balance to both your physical and your spiritual existence. And you're bringing in this balance through your Queen of Swords energy. And that's what your focus is going to be throughout the month of June, right? Doing what is wise and doing what is practical in order to get the job done, whatever the quote-unquote job is specifically for you. And remembering, with this being a general read, it's gonna mean lots of different things for lots of different people. Okay. We have a healing message for Cancers, please. Wow. Okay, so you've got gold, opal, and tiger's eye. So if anybody is interested in crystal healing, then something made out of gold, opal, or tiger's eye might be beneficial for you. Divine intervention. It says God, but I like to use the word the universe because it's far more inclusive. So the universe sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. Alright, so your prayers are being answered here, Cancers. You're being divinely guided, supported, and protected. You are receiving intuitive messages all of the time. Listen to it, okay? Opal, let yourself sparkle and shine. You're being guided to be bold and show your bigger-than-life side to the world. Yeah, it's time for you to come out of your shell. And opal could help build up your confidence to do that. No more hiding who you truly are. All right, no more hiding any skills, talents, or abilities that you have just to make other people around you more comfortable. You know, it's literally time to show the world the real you, if this was the Monology deck. Okay. And then self-confidence through universe confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in the universe working through you. So you're on the right path. You're on the right track. Persevere and keep going. All right. Someone around you is trying to make you second guess your decision. Okay. They're trying to make you second guess your decision because of their own selfish needs. They're basically worried about, well, who's going to look after me if it's not going to be Cancerian who looks after me? Who is going to look after me? Tough shit. They're a grown-ass adult. They can look after themselves. They're not your responsibility. Your responsibility is you, okay? The universe is working through you. You can no longer afford to put your own spiritual journey, your own life purpose on pause because of someone else. Okay? Right. And just to inject a little bit of light-hearted energy back into your read, we're going to use the shitty deck. And it says, after every shitstorm, there is a rainbow. I absolutely love this deck at the moment. It's my favourite. I found it on Etsy. So, don't know if you want to go take a look. Okay. Falling in love when you're lonely is very similar to shopping when you're hungry. Cancers, that is fucking spooky. That is spooky. Because a very clear part of your message was literally, look, somebody was being used as a placeholder. Falling in love when you're lonely is very similar to shopping when you're hungry. Yeah, you end up buying loads of shit that you don't want or need, don't you? You end up with a bunch of shit that you don't need. So make sure that you're fed so that you're not filling your soul with a bunch of shit. As somebody settled for second best. Because that's what this energy is telling me, Cancers. Someone settled for second best. They're kind of looking at what it is that they have and they're like, well, you know, it's not really in alignment with me, but what other choice do I have? Come on now, Cancers. Listen, if that's you that's thinking in that way, go give your head a good wobble. Like, seriously. Okay, so I should definitely leave that one there, Cancers. It's up to you what you do with this reading, okay? Tarot is not in charge. It is not a scapegoat for your problems, nor is it a crutch. It is a guide and it needs to be respected. You're the one that's in charge of your destiny. If you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading that is catered more towards your own specific needs, then you can place your booking at phoenixkeiatarot.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.